Hey, AJ.
He's pottying.
Oh, he's poo pooing.
Yeah,
He
maybe.
poo poo.
Did you go poo poo?
Did you go poo poo?
He's taking a
You got a tweet going?
I didn't make
No.
a tweet. Oh yeah, dude. The shit going on in Washington D.C. is like just content, bro. It's just straight up content all the time.
It's content, but it's also like fucking middle school.
Yeah, I think that's why it makes it so fucking hilarious, dude. It's just like I'm just waiting for a really good dick or fart joke coming off the White House X page. That'll just make my day,
Yes.
you know. Because we're getting close. We're getting real close. I mean,
I'm waiting for them to start putting pencil break in the fucking halls of Congress.
have you seen the shit that's been going down on their page?
All I saw was the chirping.
Well, that's something
Which
different.
in one hand is hilarious. And on
Tweets
the
out.
other hand, it's like, come on, this is like the people that are fucking running our country. Be a little bit more professional.
Nah, dude, I like it. I think it's hilarious.
I reposted the tweet from our account,
What?
but nothing. I'll go fix it.
Made it and then oh.
You see what I? Yeah, you see what I did.
Oh yeah.
Hold on,
I'm there.
fixing it.
Oh, you're fine.
Okay, I deleted the repost. Well, I thought I did. I don't know if
It's gone. He's gone.
No, it's not.
It is gone. I see it gone.
There it is.
I make it a tweet. Yeah.
I
Dude.
made it a tweet.
Yeah, the website has been phenomenal. Like, just absolutely hilarious.
I've been so fucking busy this weekend. I don't know what the hell's going on outside of my little bubble right now.
Really? That's kind of nice.
He was playing with somebody's cornhole.
Well, I mean, so yesterday, JC had gymnastics at 8:30 in the morning. So I did that, and then I went and picked her up, dropped her friend off because we had a sleepover Friday. And then Ashley had to go meet Piper to figure out the photo shoot that they were doing today. And so I went suit shopping. I have never owned or wore a suit in my entire life.
Suit shopping?
Yes.
I don't know.
My interview, my next hopeful final interview is Wednesday
For what?
for the Saints job.
Oh. Like at the stadium or something?
No, it's a Zoom meeting.
No, I mean, like, what's the job, I guess? What are you
Business
gonna do?
operations.
Business operations?
Yep.
What does that
There's
do?
a bunch of different departments under it.
Oh.
Basically, we're in charge of the stadium, the people that work the stadium. We've got
head of
marketing,
concessions, basically.
No, we've got marketing, fan experience, all kinds of stuff.
Huh.
It's that skill bridge program.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so the like the skill bridge internship thing to test
Yep.
it out and see what you want to
Yep.
do. That's cool.
Yep.
I didn't know they
yep.
had a skill bridge for the stadium or their. That's cool.
Well, it's actually through the Saints and Pelicans organization. It's Vincent Enterprises.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
Yeah. So, that's so. And Ashley was like, "You're gonna get a suit for that?" I'm like, yes, it's a professional job. I will no longer be blue collar anymore.
Oh.
So I have to figure out a suit. So I went out and bought a suit. Then I worked on my smoker. And then we went out to eat. The bourbon hit a little too hard. Then I had to get up early as shit this morning. I forget why I had to get up early because it's been a crazy day. Oh, I had to go to work
today.
Yeah, for like an hour.
Oh, that's dumb. Sunday.
Yeah, I had to go. Well, I had to go answer an email that I couldn't answer from home. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
So I did that. Printed some shit out for Ashley. Then went and picked her friend back up. And then we went and did the celebration thing. Or no, then I got back. Then I finished my smoker.
Yeah.
And then we went out, did the thing.
Did you get it all seasoned up yet, the smoker?
No, I'm gonna do it tomorrow when I get home from work.
What's up, Justin?
So I haven't put the I haven't put the side handles or anything on, but I'm still debating on if I want to put them on.
Oh yeah, it's just like a barrel right now, huh? A little lid on it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So it's got a floating hinge. It's actually a really cool little setup.
Yeah. Is it like a kit or just like home design it and all that?
No, it was a kit.
Okay.
So I built it based off of ones that they sell, but they sell them for like $1,100 to $1,200.
Gross, dude.
And I got the kit for $350, and I bought the smoker for $15.
Nice.
And then I painted it. You know, I did all the paint, which spray paint nowadays is fucking stupid.
Yeah, the high temp stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it
Because it took
what does it go to?
2,000 degrees.
Oh, it's like for brake fucking shoes, man. Hot.
It's actually it's a stove paint is what I used. But it took 3 coats of primer, 3 coats of regular paint, and then 3 cans of primer, 3 cans of fucking regular paint, and then 2 cans of clear coat.
Is it high temp primer too?
Yep, everything's high temp.
Yeah, that's cool.
So the primer and the clear coat it's VHT. It's very high temp. That's the brand.
Pull up Tuna's X so we can look at this.
I got it right here.
All right. I know he posted. I liked your picture. I saw it. I was like, ooh, I'm gonna like this. That's dude. Although that would probably work.
That's my dick. No, so that's how I'm gonna smoke cheese from now on. Now that I have the 2 smokers, I'm gonna start the Traeger, but then run the ducting into the barrel.
Okay. Put a little dryer duct off the top and just.
Yep. But yeah, it's just a regular 55-gallon drum. Yeah, so it's got axles on the back.
And
then it's got that caster on the front. Like, that thing is free fucking moving, dude. It's the easiest thing to roll around.
Yeah. So
and it all into it and knock it off the deck. It'd be all right.
Yeah, pretty much.
So the temp gauge measures the stovepipe.
So the very end of the gauge is actually inside. So it actually
measures the top.
It measures what's on top, which you're going to get your truest temperature out of there because the grate is only probably about 6.5 inches, maybe 5 inches away from the end of the probe.
Okay, so let me ask you this. How many levels it's a 55-gallon drum. I'm going to assume is it just one grate or there's a lower one with all your wood chips or wood stick burn?
So right now I've got 1 cook grate in it. Mm-hmm. And here, actually, what I'll do here.
Is there a way to access just the hot box?
I'm going to pull it up.
Oh.
No, hold on, I'll show you.
So basically you have to hope that you get the wood correct in the first run or
you don't have to worry about that at all.
Can you add wood to it?
That thing will run for 10 fucking hours.
I mean, so there's no door to add wood to it.
Nope.
I mean, you could add
10 hours. 10 hours is a pretty good little. Let me see if this one's got.
Yeah, but it's a stick burner, so it's not. I mean, right?
So it's charcoal and stick.
Well, yeah. You have to baby it and stuff as a stick burner.
Here we go. Okay. Yeah, I'll share this one.
All right.
There we go. So they sell the kit, right?
So
this is the one that they sell. But I bought their DIY kit.
Is there more
but you see,
photos, inside photos and all that? Oh, that's
yeah,
cool.
there are. But you see how it's got the axle on the back.
Yeah.
So now my kit didn't come with this handle on the back, but I'm like, whatever. But this is a free floating hinge.
Yeah. That's cool.
So it's actually a really neat design. Let me get to the inside.
Oh, there's a tray down at the bottom.
So there's some inside pics. So there you go.
Yeah.
But it's got 5 levels, so I could literally put 5.
Oh yeah. You could change the levels.
Grates on it. Yeah. So I can change the level of it, but that's the cook basket.
Right.
Or the coal basket.
So you throw it in there.
Run charcoal and chunks.
Sure. And there's no way to add anything to it while it's cooking without taking
No, not unless I take the grate off. But it's got the handles on it, and you see that. So the reason I did this one, because I really like the design. So where is that other video? There it is, right here. Can you start over?
I feel like you need to have some access to where the wood is at and everything, so you can actually control it.
So if I take the grate, the cook grate off, I have complete access. If I need to run more, but I don't plan on doing like 225 briskets.
Yeah.
I'm going to do them 275, 300. Which at that point, that's a good 8-10 hour brisket, depending on the stall and how big the brisket is. But
I'm gonna have to look into this because I'm really curious as to how it can maintain a temperature as constant for that amount of time without any kind of like babysit.
It's all,
you know what I mean?
It's okay. So this right here, you see this little thing that pops out? That's the intake. So you actually have to drill a 2.5-inch hole in the bottom of the barrel.
The bottom part right here.
And then, so right here.
I'm not seeing your mouse.
We can't see what you're picking.
Look at the stream and see if I'm circling it correctly.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right there.
That looks
so
like
there's 3 different.
Yeah, like some you could pull out.
Well, that's actually the intake hole. So that's the air intake.
Oh.
And
so
you
it's
can
not a tray.
So what you can do is you can move that thing back and forth.
Yeah.
And then that controls the intake, and then up top,
where
that dude's hand is the exhaust, and that's how you control the temperature. And from what I've seen in the research on all these, like they will hold temps. If you get the temp set, it'll hold the temp for 10 hours. You know, without having to jack with it.
Yeah.
So we'll see, but I'm gonna jack with it.
I would think that you would need to have like some kind of access door on that thing to. I don't know.
Like I said, I've seen 10 hours run on these things.
Yeah.
So, and then, you know, I can control my temperature more too by where I put the grate. If I want to put it, because I can actually like sear on this thing too.
Yeah.
Which is something I can't do on the Traeger.
Have you seen the people that are making smokers out of?
Mine, dude, I can set mine to 450 and I still don't get what I consider a sear.
Oh.
Like when it comes to like a steak and all that shit, without having to do my cast iron grates and all that other stuff. I'm like, no.
I can get a sear on anything in mine. Same temp. I think it just depends on how long you let the grates and shit heat up for inside of it before you put anything on it.
Yeah. Well, so this right here, these are more competition smokers. They're not 100% designed to be low and slow. They're designed to do more hot and fast, which, it's up to personal opinion on what you consider hot and fast.
It's just a manual dehydrator.
Yeah, basically, like the way I see that it works is you're gonna get a temp that's probably around 350 or so once you get it stable, and then it'll
275 to 325 is where they shine.
Okay, so it'll slowly come down lower and lower in temp as the time goes on, as long as you keep the top closed. If you open that top, it's pretty much fucked after that.
Yeah, well, so I think it's like a third of the way open. It'll hold at 275.
Okay, so it's a hotter. Huh.
Yeah,
Interesting.
but I'm gonna use that for the competition Father's Day weekend. So I need to get it seasoned, and I've got 2 briskets in my freezer right now that I'm gonna practice on. I'm gonna do competition trims on, and then I'm gonna take all the fat and all that stuff and make the sausage. Make sausage and stuff out of it, and then
Oh yeah.
I gotta get my homemade boudin recipe down because we're gonna do boudin stuffed jalapeno poppers wrapped in bacon for the people's choice.
Interesting.
That sounds
It's-
fire.
It does sound really good, actually.
But I'm gonna do a homemade boudin.
For the people, boudin is like ironous proteins with rice and some other shit in like a sausage format, right?
Pork liver,
Yeah.
pork fat, pork, rice, green onions, regular onions. It's all kinds of shit. And then you put it in a casing.
Yeah. It's like
So I'm not gonna case it. I'm just gonna leave it the way that it is.
it's like your extras. You know, you look at it and you're like, what the fuck do I do with this? Oh, we got some right. Oh,
Yep.
let's just make this it's a sausage. Cased it up.
Boudin is a Louisiana delicacy for those that don't know, and if you haven't tried it, you better order some. And I will highly recommend ordering from Best Stop, and they do ship nationwide.
Yeah.
And we're not sponsored, but
It's not
that is
for
my favorite.
everybody. Just putting that out there.
Okay, Skep,
It's not for everybody. I like it, but it
we're
ain't
not
for
asking
everybody.
you.
No, I'm just telling. I'm just being honest. Like, some people are gonna be like, "What the fuck," and some people are gonna think. I think it's delicious, but not everybody
love
likes
it.
it.
But there's
great.
times where I was like, man, I don't want to eat that. You know, when we have it for dinner and there's some, you have to be in the mood for it.
Yeah,
I
I love it.
think I have 10 pounds in the freezer.
yeah.
That's so much food, bro. It's stupid. We've got pork chops, brisket, ribs. I got all kinds of shit, and I haven't done anything on the Traeger lately because I've been building this thing.
Yeah.
So I'm saving all the meats so I can do them on this smoker because I can actually get a rib hanger and actually do hanging ribs.
Ooh.
And I really want to try that.
I have a like a vertical stacker for ribs. So you can put. It's got like I got like 2 of them. So you just kind of put them end to end, and then you can put, I want to say 3 racks in each. I think I might have 4 of them because I did 6 racks once. But they stand vertical, like on end. It's kind of cool.
Yep.
But I would think it's kind of like a hanger in a way because there's not contact with anything really except for those couple points, you know?
Yeah.
So
I need to get another grate just so I can do a for the brisket. I'm gonna do a water pan
oh yeah.
just so I can get a little bit more moisture because it'll be a little hotter.
Mm-hmm. A little moisture in there.
But
I gotta do a.
I'm hoping.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm saying I'm hoping that well, me and my Traeger, we have a love-hate relationship when it comes to briskets.
Yeah.
I mean, I can do some badass ribs. Like I've got ribs on point.
Mm-hmm.
And I can do them competition bite or fall off the bone. You know, what's the request at that point? And then my pulled pork, I'll knock that shit out all day.
Yeah, I gotta do 10 pounds tonight.
Of what?
Just pork shoulder, butt shoulder.
Oh yeah.
Easy stuff. I think it's like a 12-hour, something like that.
So it's gonna be
Depends.
It's been a crazy weekend.
Yeah. I drove to Eastern Washington. Got the kid from college for the summer. So we got her moved out of the dorm and stuff.
He's back.
Yeah, so she's back for the summer and enjoying first year of college done. She's no longer a freshman. So that's cool.
How'd she do?
Good. So far, so good. She took some medium to upper level classes in this last semester. So Like, I think they're, why is my camera acting weird? They're 300 level, something like that. Might have been a 400
So
level.
she hasn't been corrupted yet that you know of?
Nah. And probably moderately, you know, or minimally, I would say, enough to not like screw up school or anything. So,
Well, she didn't come out pregnant, so that's good. And then,
what the fuck
but
is
did
going
she?
on with my camera?
Is she like smoking and drinking now, or like what's going on?
No.
She gained the freshman 15.
No. Dude, what in the fuck is going on with my camera? It's like going blurry. No, she didn't do that.
You're having a stroke, so.
She drinks a little
Yeah,
bit.
you're just-
but, you know, like most people did when they were that age. Not incredible.
I had to go out at
Not a lot though.
I had to go. Yeah, I had to go out at 9:45 last night and get a bottle of fucking champagne for Ashley for the photo shoot today because Louisiana doesn't sell liquor on Sundays.
Oh, that's dumb.
Yeah, well, and then I get I could have went and got it on base, but I was like,
Wow. There's a few places that don't sell liquor on Sundays besides them.
Well,
I know
Louisiana-
it's illegal to sell it in Texas before noon on Sundays.
Really?
Yeah.
yeah, before noon.
That's stupid.
It's church hours.
It's still stupid.
You got to think we're in the Bible Belt, bro.
I know, but it's stupid. Like, that's a dumb rule, you know? Like, what's
yeah.
the point of it? It's kind of dumb.
So then I'm over here like balls deep in a smoker, and then it's like I hear my name get yelled because I'm doing it at my neighbor's house because I have no room to do it at my house.
Yeah.
I hear Dad. What? Could you pop the champagne bottle? And so I put a dent in my ceiling with the cork. I
Really?
think had some. Oh yeah, it had some force to it, bro.
You guys just wildly fire off the fucking corks off those bottles? You don't have to do that.
No, I tried to hit JC with it.
Oh, you're actually trying to launch it off there. Okay.
Oh yeah, I always try and launch it whenever
Yeah,
I
I
do
don't
champagne.
do that. I just
And then
kind of until it pops like that, and then it's good. You know.
Nah.
It's done.
And then Ashley told Piper, was like, "Don't get caught with it, but you can have it now." I was like, Jesus Christ. Balls deep and level, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so I spent Friday driving, Saturday driving. It was great. It's like a
I will not be 6 hour?
6.5, 7. Yeah.
Ooh. Did you do it in a day or?
On the way back, yeah. On the way there, I drove probably about an hour and a half outside of town because if you want to get a hotel room in that town, when there is anything going on in the college, expect to pay about 5 times as much. One night in a hotel is $500 in a shitty hotel. Like, I'm talking Motel 6 level. So I stayed about an hour and a half away and paid the normal $100 for a night, government rate and shit. You know what I mean?
That's Vegas prices.
It's stupid.
Yeah, right.
Well, in Vegas, the hotels are nice. But
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that.
Okay,
Have you ever?
compared to Eastern Washington in a college town, they're fucking nice. Okay.
Okay, I would rate the Excalibur on lower than Motel 6 level.
I wouldn't.
I
wouldn't either.
Motel 6.
Luxor,
is-
maybe.
Yeah. Look,
Excalibur, no.
I think the
I've stayed in
Excalibur.
Excalibur, and it's not that bad.
Dude,
I don't
you were
think you have
super low tonight.
yeah. His volume's
Your volume.
your volume's down on your mic, I think.
Yeah, it looks like a new mic.
No, he just has
Yeah.
this purple-headed yogurt slinger, freaking top on it. That's it.
This Barney dick.
I turned him up. So
It's just a little low. No, every time the college has something going on, they gouge the shit out of all the prices. I mean, it's crazy. Move-ins, game weekends, parents' weekends, move-outs, all of it.
Yep.
They all have the entire schedule, and every hotel jacks up the price. And not only that, there is some just scandalous parents out there that will get a reservation for like the weekend and then sell it to other parents because there's no vacancies anywhere for $500. So basically what they do is they sell the reservation to somebody for $500, and then not the people have to pay them the $500 and pay the hotel. Like, you guys are fucked up, dude. That's like some scummy shit, man. It's scummy. Yeah. They're scalping hotel stays there, and they do it like out in the open, like on Facebook groups and shit for, you know, parents that communicate. Like, y'all are the lowest. You guys are low life. They're low lives, dude. Like,
sometimes you gotta make money, you know.
It's
College Station where Texas A&M is. There's literally nothing anywhere around it, so I could only imagine how bad it would be to get a hotel College Station.
Bro, it's probably horrible.
It's dumb.
Look up, like, you know, when the semester ends and when they're supposed to move out of the dorms. Look at the hotel prices there during that time frame, and you'll get an idea like what they are now, what they are then. Like, it's probably like that shit should be illegal. You know, they shouldn't be able to gouge prices like that. Just fill up the hotel, sell it out like you normally would, charge the weekend rate, but don't charge, you know, $550 a night for a hotel room that shouldn't cost more than $120. Like, that's crazy.
I mean, we're gonna be in North Carolina this weekend for regional gymnastics, and I was looking at the hotels because they did, you know how you can do the group rate stuff, and I looked at it and it was like $190 a night, and it's outside of Charlotte, so it's not like in the city.
Yeah,
and it's like $190 for a fucking, like, it's a Holiday Inn Express, and I looked at it like outside of that, and it was like $90 a night.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, $120 for,
and that's
like
with the group discount. I was like, it's stupid.
Even in, like,
I think it doesn't matter where it's at. Anytime there's a, you know, any type of event, it's always marked up everywhere.
Yeah. See, that's bullshit though. Like, why should they be allowed to do that?
They shouldn't. They absolutely shouldn't.
Economics. I don't know.
No.
Supply and demand.
They're gonna sell out. So. Yeah, but they're gonna sell out anyways. Like, who cares? Like, it's literally just to take more money off people who sometimes
absolutely
are frantically trying to find a place to stay somewhere because there's limited space. You know?
I found an Airbnb because we're gonna bring the dogs.
Yeah.
And my parents are coming up too, so I found a 4-bedroom Airbnb. Takes all the dogs, all of us, all 6 of us that are going.
Yeah.
For $5 less per night. And oh, by the way, I am at a lake house on Lake Norman with a free boat to use.
Nice.
That's cool.
I got a pontoon boat. And I was like, I'm renting. And my dad was like, well, what about the hotel? And blah, 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 blah. And I showed him the prices. I was like, we're staying on the fucking lake. Bring your fucking fishing rod. We're going fishing.
Okay.
And then he found out, they had kayaks and they're going to Greece.
Oh, that's cool.
They have 2 kayak trips booked. And my dad was like, and my dad is the most uncoordinated motherfucker ever. And so
he walk.
He found out there were kayaks.
You know, when you walk,
he's just
like the same legs, same arm.
No, it's like his balance, like, and all that, like, because we used to have so it's funny. I used to rock the boat when we go fishing, and he'd almost fall. It was the funniest shit ever.
Just balance.
But it's his balance, and it's never been good,
bro.
It's not even because he's old.
I'm gonna get a beer, but I'm gonna show you guys something that's hilarious. That every year when we have people promote, you know, we go through the whole, like, initiation process at my levels and stuff. Every year there's always people that can't figure out how to, like, I don't know how they got through boot camp, because that's where you learn how to march. If you weren't in, like, a marching band or an ROTC before that, literally this is what I get, and I'm like yelling across the park, like, it's fucking weird, stop fucking doing that. But this is what it looks like. I'm gonna show you, and I'm gonna get a beer, and I'm gonna run back downstairs.
It's fucking weird.
So for those of y'all that, normally walk naturally, you know how your arms are always opposite of the leg.
Arms are supposed to swing opposite.
Yes. But that's what I was explaining. But when it comes to marching, people are just, their brains, they shut the fuck off. They don't know what's happening, and that's what they do. I've seen that so many times, and it's the funniest shit to watch.
Have you seen the videos of people trying to run with the same arm and same legs?
It's almost impossible.
That's hilarious.
I've never seen it. I've honestly never seen a video of somebody trying to do that.
Yeah,
well,
it's
but
like
our
a
brains.
trend where... Go ahead.
Our brains are literally like it's a natural occurring thing. But then people try to use brain power, right, to actually march and do something, and it's just the most awkward thing ever. Because you learned how to walk, probably the average person, a year old.
Yeah, it's like
you know
breathing.
What I'm saying? Yeah, so it just comes natural, but people just overthink it. Like when you see somebody that does that, they are an overthinker automatically. You just know because they are trying to use brain power. I'm like, you don't have to use brain power. I just need you to make a fucking. Yeah, I need you to make a 13-inch step. That's it. And keep your arms straight.
What'd I miss?
That's it. I was explaining to them about how they don't know it, and then how people that didn't know with marching.
Oh.
But like how just walking normally, it just comes natural to you. You don't have to think about it. It just happens. But then when people use their brain, that's what it looks like, what you just did. They overthink it.
Like, dude, you walk. Just walk, bro. Just stay in step with everybody. That's all you got to do. And learn
it's like breathing. It's
Yeah.
like breathing when they're like, your stomach should go in when you inhale. And a lot of people, it goes out. But when you like try to fix that and you start thinking about it, your breath all gets, you just start holding your breath or become conscious of actually breathing.
Well, I think that's my dad's problem. My dad is stupid smart.
Uh-huh.
Electrical engineer by trade.
Mm.
And he's stupid fucking smart. And so, but his coordination.
Shorty's like, what the fuck are you Americans talking about? Stupid smart.
Yeah, right.
What?
So like when he came to Japan or whatever, they handed him chopsticks. The motherfucker couldn't figure it out at all.
Oh yeah.
We went on base. So the first time we went out to eat off base, gave him chopsticks, right? He didn't know you could ask for a fucking fork. And they don't really give you a fork. So he's over here like, trying to like, and then he's like, how do you eat rice with chopsticks? I'm like, Dad, it's sticky rice. I was like, if you learned how to use chopsticks, you'd be all right. Because I can't do this. And so he's like taking a ramen bowl doing this. He's just picking up the bowl. And so we went on base and we went to the shopette and he grabbed all the little like to-go things and he would stuff them in his pocket for a week.
That's funny, dude. Like the ones that got a spork and a napkin in it.
Yeah. And then, well, it was COVID. They had a trip planned, but COVID hit. But my mom bought the little like trainer ones for kids with the loops in it, and she was gonna bring those and force him to use
the little rubber thing that fits on the end. That opens back up for you.
But because with kayaking, he goes, okay, I'm bringing a life jacket because you're gonna have to teach me how to kayak. So I'm pretty much going to be spending my time on the water when I was hoping to be fishing. I'm probably going to be. There will be videos posted on Twitter because when he rolls it, it's going to be there. I'm going to laugh. And oh, by the way, he's not the greatest swimmer ever.
Big plastic.
So it's going to be the funniest shit ever.
The big plastic kayaks. Or like the narrow ones, like the pro.
It's the big plastic ones.
Okay, well, at least those have a little more balance to them.
I would put him on the beach. He would be the one to roll that bitch, though.
Put him on the beach and have him practice his rotation, make sure he's good.
Did he have like inner ear problems, like a lot of ear infections as a kid?
Mm-mm.
No?
That was on my mom's side. No, that was on my mom's side with me.
Because my daughter's that way.
balance wise.
He just falls into the category where he's so smart, he's stupid.
But okay,
You got like
grew up
people that are
you can't
brilliantly
figure out-
smart,
Yeah.
but they just have no simple common skills.
You can't figure out simple things. Only complex.
Yeah.
Elon
things.
Musk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Musk.
exactly.
He grew up in farmland, Nebraska, and moved to Missouri.
Oh.
You know,
Pesticides
so
will
like,
do that to you.
but then they have
Fucking
like
Roundup.
ponds and shit. So they learn how to cast,
Yeah.
but he didn't learn how to fucking swim.
Damn.
I'm watching Swamp People, and there's one of the wives went out with her husband, and she's been in Louisiana her entire life and never learned how to swim. So she's wearing a big ass life vest, trying to pull in fucking alligators.
What? Why is she in a damn swamp with alligators, dude?
Because her husband needed help.
That's just.
You
doing
want
what?
to? You want to?
Catch an
Do you want to know
alligator?
how to check?
Yeah.
What?
You want to know how to check for alligators in Louisiana?
Oh, you just throw a piece of
You
chicken
feel
in the
if
water.
the water's wet.
If you put your hand in the water and your hand comes out wet, there's an alligator in it.
Same thing with Florida. I mean, Florida has an alligator in
That's
every
the mo-
fucking
that's
puddle
the-
on the side of the road.
That's the most southern shit I think I've heard. If you put your hand in the water and it's wet, there's an alligator.
But it's fucking true, bro.
You can
That's
just
how it
say-
is with fucking water moccasins here. If you taste it, if you feel it and it's wet, there's a water moccasin in it.
You could just say it's in every fucking body of water. All of them. Just put it that.
But do you really think a Southerner is gonna say that though? No.
No, they're gonna.
We're
make
gonna
it,
fuck with you.
Yeah, they're gonna make it just insanely weird, like that. If the water's wet.
Dude, you should have seen it. I'll pull up a picture here in a second. The fucking
Oh.
13-footer that was crossing the road on base the other day, bro. That shit was huge as fuck.
See, I don't
Well,
want
it's
to
like
go
the
down there.
Northwest.
Yeah, no.
Northwest. If the trees are brown, there's a bear in the woods.
Yeah.
It's not true.
It is. Though.
It's not. It's not though. I don't have bears. Where I'm at, trees are brown.
Oh,
you live
bears
on
where
an
I'm at.
island.
The trees are brown and red. Some of them are red. Some of them are like
Gray.
a little bit. Yeah. You're talking bark.
Yeah.
Some of them are like a multicolor.
Or,
There's only
you know,
bears.
what if it's a birch forest?
There's birch too. Yeah. It's like white and
Well,
gray.
that's white.
Yeah.
Some
We
bullshit.
don't have bears everywhere. Off island, sure. Every once in a while, there's a black bear that comes on that likes to swim over. Oh, there's a little gator. Huh.
Little.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why did you put
Did you
like
know-
a dollar bill next to it so we could tell how big it was?
I wouldn't say that's 13 foot. That's about
That's
10
like
to 11 foot.
About 8. That trailer's only about 6 feet wide, probably.
Not
Maybe
even.
7.
But that's the thing. It's far away. They measured it.
It ain't that far.
Did you
but
know-
that's got to be like an 8-footer, maybe.
I'm telling you. I don't have the picture on here, but I do have the picture of the tape
I mean,
measure.
I still would not go near that fucking dinosaur. I wouldn't.
Mm-mm.
Even if it
It's
was
on
3
my
feet.
on my bucket list is to wrestle a gator, like pin its mouth shut, tape it up. Like that is on my.
You have
I've
fun
done
with
that. I've done that so many times. Because I was a fucking game warden out here when I was here the first time, and they had it was about a 4.5-footer. I was actually at the shopette one night, and I hear a blood-curdling scream, and I go running over there, and I literally out front of a dorm room is this gator.
Mm-hmm.
I knew exactly where he came from, and I'm like, dude, you traveled a long way. So I just fucking knock on the door, and I was like, hey, don't come out, but I'm gonna take him away. And so I just went grab the truck, electrical taped his mouth, threw him in the back of the truck, and then we actually scared the shit out of somebody with him later. I had to buy a TV. I had to buy a TV after that, but that's a story that I will tell off air.
I have a picture somewhere of me when I was like 10 holding a little like 1.5 foot, yearling gator with no tape.
Well, we have. I mean, on base, dude, there's so much fucking water. And they're even in these like in the drainage ditches. They get in there. And then they'll just get on the fucking road. So we're just constantly having to move gators. So we've had to go through and gator removal all the time. And they're super fucking docile. They really are.
Yeah.
Like people are scared of them, but they actually are docile unless
They
you
make
piss
good
them
boots.
off. Yeah, they do.
Well, they kind of keep small game populations at least a little bit lower, don't they? Like
I mean, the fish mainly.
Fish and
like
birds, yeah.
birds and shit.
If they can get the bird.
Yeah.
Mostly it's like birds that fall out of the nests that are perched
little
over
birds and
water.
stuff, yeah. Or dogs. There's a pond right outside one of the housing areas, and there's literally big ass signs. Do not let your dog off leash. Stay on the paths. Gators in the area will eat your dog. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten a fucking phone call saying there's a gator's got my dog, and I'm like, was it on a leash? And they're like, no, and I'm like, well,
I don't know what to tell you. It's gone.
Fifi is gone. I'm sorry. What do you want me to do?
Now you have a citation for feeding gators.
I'm like, bro,
just rub salt in the wound, bro.
That would be fucked up.
they're like, but then they complain. They're like, they need to get rid of this gator problem and blah 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 blah. I'm like, get the fuck out of Louisiana. If you want to get rid of the gator problem, remove yourself.
Some people don't have a choice. You know what I mean? Like they don't get to pick.
I get that, but it's like, come on, dude. Like, you let your dog off fucking leash. Your dog went in and barked at the fucking gator and antagonized it. And
it's food.
Fido is
Gator
gone.
season
I'm sorry.
does need to be longer than 1 month, though.
It does, yeah.
It's only a month.
Yeah, at the end of summer.
Shit, well, on base, dude, the gator hunting, they'll get 60, 70 gators in a month.
What can you use to hunt them?
Anything.
Well, on base, it's only snag lines.
So dynamite.
You can only do snag lines, and then you just shoot them once you get them up.
In Louisiana, it's legal to hook them in open water.
Yeah, can't do that.
Bait lines, shoot them in open water. But in Texas, you can only tag a gator that you get off a bait line.
So like a line you tie up to a tree branch with a piece of chicken on the end, and a big.
It's an industrial
water a little bit.
Yeah.
It's an industrial strength yo-yo, is what it is.
Yeah. So they grab it and it just kind of
they swallow
gets
it,
them and they're done. Yeah.
Yep.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, but most of the time they're fucking alive when you go check the line, so you got to shoot them.
Yeah, like 99.9% of the time, they're still alive. They'll swallow the hook and everything, be in their gut.
Yep.
They're still fighting like their life depend on it, because it does.
Just like totally punctured their gut and they're just bleeding out from the inside slowly. That sounds horrible.
It won't puncture. It won't puncture through their skin like that.
Well, I mean, but how does it hook them?
Internally, it would.
That's what I'm saying.
Internally, yeah. Oh, yeah, internally bleeding, yeah. But
bleeding out internally. Ugh.
Most of the time, whenever they go to eat it, not a lot of people use like whole chickens. They just do a tiny piece of chicken, and as soon as they grab it, that shit hooks in the roof of their mouth, and they're dang it.
Or in their tongue.
The hook, yeah, the hooks they use. They're those motherfuckers.
It's like
they're not coming
hook.
off.
Shark. They're like shark hooks, like
shark hooks. Yeah,
8-inch shark hooks.
Yeah, they're huge. They're stupid fucking sharp. I saw a dude get one stuck through his foot.
Ugh.
I watched one of the guys on there got one stuck in his leg.
Yep, they're no joke.
I feel
he
like
was washing ants off the line and put the boat in reverse, thinking he had all the line in, and it sucked it into the bill and just shoved it right through his leg.
I feel like that's about the equivalent of like having a negligent discharge your firearm.
Probably. Like, it's probably more painful because it's slower.
Maybe, but at the same time, I'm like, deserved. Deserved.
No, I
Hey,
don't
Rebel,
know.
Rebel, go stick a hook through your leg, the bad leg, just because it's already bad, and then tell us the difference, because you're the only one here.
I've had a fish hook through the ear.
How?
I was fishing really deep water with a cork, so like I had like 6 foot of line, and then my cork, and I was like
Deserved.
8 years old.
Deserved.
Yeah, that
I
one.
just went to cast, and that thing ripped right in through the back of my ear. So I was like off by myself. I had to trolling motor myself back home with I didn't even think to cut the line. I just had the fishing rod in the side of the boat with it still connected to my ear, trolling motored home. Walking up back to the cabin like, I got a hook in my ear.
Totally deserved. You cut the line, bro. You just walk around the fish pole. It's stuck.
Me and my dad have both hooked each other in the boat before.
Okay, so that is just, not your fault if you got hooked by somebody else who wasn't handling their equipment properly,
Well, because I'm left-handed or whatever, my dad's right-handed, and we just in the perfect spot. He went to go rear back, and he caught me right there under the forearm. And then I went to actually go set the fucking hook on a fish, and didn't get the hook set, and it went right there in the top of his shoulder whenever it was flying back.
All right, well, you didn't deserve to get hooked by, but that's definitely, you got to control your equipment a little better. That's all.
I should have been in the way.
I think if you've been fishing enough, everybody's been stabbed by a hook. Now, I've never been hooked.
I've punctured my fingers.
A hook. Yeah, I've punctured my finger, like taking the hook out of a fish's mouth or something like that. You grab the mouth, take your pliers, you pull the hook out, fish shakes,
the barb,
stabs your finger, but nothing past the barb or nothing.
Oh, no, we had to cut him.
I haven't done that.
Completely cut the hook and then get it out.
Just a quick
mine didn't go complete.
Yeah.
It didn't go completely through the ear, but it went looped through the skin of my ear, back of my ear. But it was barb hanging out, completely all the way through twice.
Well, and then fishing with treble hooks, you're gonna bleed if you mess with treble hooks enough. I promise.
Yeah.
Catfishing.
I don't even think we can use those here. In fact,
ocean fish? No, I don't know.
We can't even have a barb. You have to crush the barb on your hooks here. You can't even have a barb.
That's
really
dumb.
That is dumb.
Nope,
you can't. You don't have like treble hooks on fucking like topwater lures and shit.
I mean, you can buy them, sure, but if Warden catches a fish, and especially like salmon with them, you're gonna get a ticket. What do you
use for salmon?
It just depends on where you're fishing at, really. If I'm in the ocean, I'll use this thing called a buzz bomb. Yep. It's active fishing. It's like about 2.5 inches wide. It's pink. It's really good for catching salmon. You just throw it out. It's a lead weight, and you just kind of agitate it as you reel in, and it's like a injured fish type movement.
So it's a lure.
It's a lure, yeah. It's not bait.
And it doesn't have trebles on it.
No.
It has singles.
Yeah. Yeah.
How many fish have you lost because you didn't have a barb?
Maybe a couple. Yeah.
Because there's a point to the barb.
Yes. Actually, there's a professional bass fisherman that says that he hooks up more fish by crushing his barb than he does without it. Correct.
Yeah, there's you have to use either a barbless hook or you have to squish it down with a pair of pliers, which those, if you look up a pink buzz bomb, and I'll show you what they look like, you kind of have to put them together. But they'll come with a hook, and a lot of times it has a barb on it, and you just crush it down. Now, does everybody crush their barbs down? Hook ones. No, not everybody crushes their barb down. Well, you're not supposed to use them. So
the theory behind the behind the barb is made to keep the hook in the fish, not the fish on the hook. So
yeah, as long as you maintain positive pressure on a line with a fish, you're not gonna like the bottom buzz bombs with the regular hooks on them. I think you can buy them, and they have the
trebles. About those?
Yeah. 2.5-inch hot pink or so pink buzz bomb. Those are what most everybody uses, and if you don't get that size of hook, or you just crush the barb down. Not everybody does, even though you're supposed to, but I'll tell you, if Warden comes by and looks at your lure and it ain't crushed down, he'll either be nice to you and tell you you're supposed to do it, or you're gonna get a citation for it. Yeah,
So what I do,
this is what I buy. It's
resident.
It's just weird.
Non-resident license, yeah.
That millimeter more of metal is so much more inhumane to fish. I don't understand. Like,
no, I don't know why they do that. I'm not exactly sure. I've never really looked. I've just, anytime I get a license, you get the little book and it just tells you where, like, what zones are what, because some zones have different rules. Some zones have different limits, types of fish, whether they're wild caught or wild or fin. So some of them have a fin missing on them, and those are farm. They're like farm spawned, so they farm them.
Farm spawn.
They spawn and then they release them into the river, and then they do their normal route out to sea and back and all that.
So it says it's only
their fin.
It's only illegal in certain marine areas in
yeah, the
Washington.
Place for the barb.
Yeah, to fish with a barb.
The ones I've been to is you cannot use a barb. So
barbless hooks are at 13 areas. Puget Sound, the San Juan Islands, Strait of Juan de Fuca, and Columbia River, below Buoy 10. It's the only places that it's.
So I'm Island County, so maybe that's why I don't get to use it.
But it's because of it reduces fish injury.
Yeah.
It's a millimeter more of metal. It really is not that.
Yeah, but
I don't see it.
If you rip that out of a fish, like it can cause more damage than just slipping a hook out. That's a puncture hole rather than a rip.
Yeah, especially if you have to throw it back.
Yeah,
there is people that have bigger holes in their noses than a barbed hook.
Yeah, but like, you know, when you're catching a fish to throw it back, like, I mean, if you rip half of its fucking jaw off because you can't get the hook out because of the barb. You know, some people
that's user error at that point, though.
It is, yeah. Some people don't know how to remove a hook without causing more damage. You know what I mean? Or if you have a barbed hook and it's through the fish's tongue or some shit, like, you can't.
That's user error. Yeah.
You have to push it all the way through, unless, you know, people end up ripping the fucking fish tongue out, throwing a fish back, and then it dies. You know?
That is kind of weird. Like, you have to have a hunter safety to get a hunting license. You know, you have to take driver's ed to get a driver's license, but just buy a fishing license. You don't need to prove that you know how to fucking handle a fish, much less bait a hook or take a hook out.
Well, a lot of people, you should see some of the shit that I find, like lines and different things. Sometimes you'll come up, you're fishing, and you'll end up snagging something under the water, hooked in a rock or a log or whatever, and you pull it back and it's somebody's gear.
Yep.
And you look at it and it's usually a fucking bird nest of bullshit. And you look at it and you're looking at hooks or lures, any little things that are in there, and they look like they've been tied by a 2-year-old. I'm like,
yeah, just a bunch of square knots,
bro. Or square knots, or it's like just somebody tied a bunch of fucking ridiculous knots in it, and I'm like, oh, come on, at least learn the simplest one, you know? At least learn one of the simple ones, like.
Yeah. What I like to do is sit at the boat launch and just watch.
Dude,
you want to talk about idiots? Just sit at a boat launch.
I
love watching those YouTube videos. I actually love watching those.
There's a TikToker that does that too. Yeah.
Yep. Out in Miami.
I saw that. He's like, "Why are you filming?"
Oh,
They,
those
I
are the
guess
worst.
they had the big ass, big boat, and they had the trailer in like cockeyed down the boat ramp. And they went to pull the boat out, and one of the wheels went like off the side of the ramp and got stuck. And then this nice boat is just mashed up against the dock. I'm like, why don't you? It doesn't make sense to me. Like, you got a big boat like that. Like, for one, there are things that are made on boats that you can throw over the side of it that will protect it when it is up against the dock. These fucking people just don't use this shit, dude. Like, you got a nice fiberglass boat, like, you should probably protect it from that wooden dock a little bit, you know?
Skep, I think you're old enough, but when I had to get a boating license to operate a boat because I was just at the age, like a year younger than the cutoff date.
Yeah. Well, my dad actually made me do it. Like because so when you're under a certain age, you can operate the boat if you've got adult supervision. But before my dad even let me touch any of the controls, he made me go take the safety class. Mm-hmm. And I went out with a dude not too long ago, and like going with the boat lane because it's, you know, red and green. Those are the standard colors.
Yeah.
You know, U.S. Coast Guard approved colors when it comes to lanes, markers, all that stuff. And I went through that shit in 1996, I think is what mine says.
Oh, yeah.
I think mine was 95, 96 too, yeah.
Something like that. And you could tell this dude never been through it because I was literally having to, like, show him. I was, like, pointing. Here's the boat. Go this way. Go that way. Go this way. Go that way. And I was like, I honestly think that, like, everybody that operates a boat, I think it should be federal, that you have to go through a boater safety course before you can operate any sort of watercraft on the water.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Above a trolling motor, like trolling motor paddles.
I'm not worried about a trolling motor.
Yeah, it's something different. But like any kind of gas powered horsepower, you know, above like 3 horsepower motor, yeah, you should have.
I've seen too many accidents on the water.
My opinion is if you're on the ocean, you should have a license. If you're in a lake, who fucking cares?
Well, the problem with lakes, you got stumps and all that stuff, and then you got channel markers, you know, for the boat lanes and all that stuff. And dude, I have seen deaths.
Yeah.
Because people don't know how to, you know, operate within a boat lane. And, you know, that you got a $50,000 boat. And then somebody smacks a stump, rips the lower end off it. Your boat goes from freaking 40 miles an hour to 0.5 seconds. You're not belted in.
Yeah.
You're going over that. And then if you're in stumpy water, guess what? You're probably going to get impaled by a stump.
Yeah.
There's no boat lanes in Sam Rayburn. You just got to know where the stumps are.
Having the basic knowledge
there's channel markers
of how to read that stuff, I think probably is good. You know, like you had to have a like captain's license to use even a sailboat down in Southern California. So, but we'd be down in the bay down there, and like, I mean, standard rule of thumb is the boat's bigger than yours, get the fuck out of the way, right? They have the right of way.
Well, yeah.
People would be like sailing in front of like naval vessels and shit, dude. And the Mezeran guys, the boat guys would be out there like flying down the boarding people and shit like that because of it. Like, what the fuck are you guys doing, dude?
But then a lot of people don't realize too is that like with boating or whatever, it's complete opposite. Like when you go to pass or whatever in a boat, so it's just like driving in Japan. You want to go on you want to be on the left side. You know, when you're boating. You know, that's how the safety courses are because most of the, you know,
you pass on the left when you're driving too. I mean, you want
No,
to
I'm
pass on the
saying
right.
I'm saying opposite traffic from what we do in the U.S.
Oh yeah.
So operating lane is on the left because most of the driving on a boat is on the starboard side.
Correct. Right side, yeah.
So you want to be right side starboard for those people that don't know.
People that don't know starboard and port.
But yeah, but that's so you can see.
Mm. No, that makes sense.
That's why Japan and Britain and all that stuff. So.
Well, that's why we're opposite. Well, that's why we drive on the right side and our drivers are on the left side.
Did you know why that changed? For a while, it was in Britain. It was changed to the opposite side too, and they changed it back. You know why it was changed?
No,
because Napoleon was left-handed.
What?
Is this a
Napoleon was left-handed? Yeah.
Napoleon
was left-handed, and he wanted his sword side to be on the, because that's the reason why, like, with horseback, everything was on the left side because everybody was right-handed. And they can attack with the right hand.
Hold on. So
people passing by.
You're saying that when they're on horseback, there was traffic rules, and they had to pass, or they had to. It
wasn't rules. It was just how it was done. Like, it was just like a standard thing, like just natural.
So in Britain, it was, or where? Britain or France?
Napoleon would be
I think it was
France would be Napoleon. Yeah.
Yeah. Can we get it's time to fact check Rebel? Can we get this?
Did
Napoleon change the side of the road?
Fact check. What? Yeah, let's look it up. Let's get a fact check. Not Snopes either. We know that's bullshit.
It's AI.
Yes, Napoleon Bonaparte did contribute to the widespread adoption of right-hand driving in Europe. While the practice of driving on the right wasn't solely his innovation, Napoleon enforced it in territories under French control and influence, solidifying the transition from left-hand to right-hand traffic in many areas. Right-hand driving. Don't we do right-hand driving?
Yes.
Okay. So,
lining with the firing position of weapons. Now that is AI generated. Can I get
what's that?
A collegiate?
That's AI from an actual fucking link, though.
From the Guardian. I believe them.
That's another one from the Guardian.
I don't know. Let's get out of the AI. Maybe there's actual like EDU or something that has some.
Nope, not Skeptic Stack Exchange.
No, Reddit definitely. Wikipedia well, Wikipedia might give you some actual real, all the way down at the bottom.
Yeah, go look at the resources.
But it doesn't talk about Napoleon though, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Wikipedia is a good site as a starting point. I'll tell you that. They have resources at the bottom. So all those citations, other citations are usually valid. Whether
you gotta go. Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
Whether the post itself, like the information itself, that is made by a person and no one knows who the fuck they are, and some people can get access to that shouldn't have it.
I want you to go ahead and take a look at that fucking map for all you idiot left-hand drivers.
Oh yeah.
Everywhere else in the world
click on that?
drives on the right. Yeah.
This is a good point, AG.
Just saying.
Oh, look.
That kind of looked like the this part right here kind of looked like the political map.
And if you notice,
this election,
a lot of those places and countries that are blue were under British rule.
Yeah.
At one point or another.
Yeah.
While the rest of the world was doing the right thing and driving on the right side.
Yeah. Exactly.
Look, at no data is fucking Antarctica.
I don't think there's roads.
No, in Antarctica. It's drifting.
Drifting, yeah.
Speaking of Antarctica,
big ass fucking snowmobile things they got down, snow vehicles they got that might ship down there.
This year,
I thought that was the ice wall.
This year, Antarctica is first time in ages has more ice growth.
Growth?
Yes.
So it's getting larger.
Yeah.
But I thought the world was warming up. I thought we were climate changing to hot and water.
Yeah, and it was all melting. Yeah. Yeah, I like the fact that like people show like beaches and shit from like 1930 and then to 2025, and it's like the exact same shoreline and everything. And like, but the water's rising.
Well, that's not enough time to actually see a measurable difference in this photo. I'm like, okay.
Well, there is also a certain thing called erosion.
That's true
as well.
Yeah. In the Gulf of America, has the water level risen there much?
No, but because of hurricanes, it does like it erodes. So like
because of
3
Mother
or 4
Nature.
houses of like in Galveston, like 3 or 4 rows of beach houses will be gone after a hurricane because it erodes all the beach away.
So I can tell you. So we used to have a beach house down toward Galveston, and that was from when I was 8 till I was 16 or 17, so 8 or 9 years. And it was probably when we first got it, probably about 300 or 400 foot. And it was like a little natural wall.
Sure.
But we just kind of dug into it so we can get down to the beach. And
like berm.
Yeah, but
like a bluff.
That beachfront. Oh, I forget which hurricane it was. It was probably 2010, maybe. I think it was when I was deployed. That beach house was gone.
Really?
Yeah. So, and I mean, that's it's
either Harvey or Ike.
That's a 450, 475 foot like erosion, and that's just from natural stuff. And they even put I forget what they fucking call those things, but they put a little thing that they filled with sand and all that stuff in front of it, in front of those berms to try and stop the erosion, but that thing just got swept away. But yeah, that beach house and all the ones along the road do not exist anymore, and the water is maybe 100 foot from the road.
Wow.
And we probably had 75 yards from the beach house to the road. So, but like I said, that's all just erosion.
Yeah.
From all the weather that happens and all that stuff. And then
not enough like plant roots to hold things down.
Yep. So, and the water level, yes, I can tell you has risen because the water follows it.
It was.
I wouldn't say it's risen, but probably something like it around there.
It was Hurricane Ike.
But yeah, no, it's if I showed you some before and after, y'all be like, holy shit. But that's just from all the weather that comes through. Because when all that shit gets wet, it just washes away.
I don't know if I'd want to live in an area where there's like hurricanes, man. Like, because I went through a hurricane.
I'm going to New Orleans.
I went through a hurricane in Florida when I was down there 26 years ago. And it was like we got shuffled off the base into like a high school for like 3 days while stuff on the base was like flooding out and shit.
Oh, like Florida's a little bit different because like it comes like
surrounded by water.
It's so skinny. Yeah, it's such a skinny state that it like when a hurricane hits it hits like the whole fucking state pretty much, at once.
I mean, I like Florida. It's cool and all, but like it feels like I wouldn't want to own anything of value there.
Yeah, especially on coastal land. Anywhere that you have to have like 10 foot, you have your house on 10-foot piers on stilts. Like I wouldn't know. Thank you.
Stilts is like 20-foot.
I mean,
fucking
everywhere
pillars.
in southern Louisiana, you have to. Like the entire fucking state is below sea level.
Yeah,
that's crazy too to me. Like how
like the entire city of New Orleans, isn't it like under sea level?
yes.
Yes.
That one, yes.
There's levees that keep the water out, right? It's supposed to.
Yeah.
Keep the water out.
Supposedly. Until the levees break.
Yeah. Until we get the Katrina shit that happens.
I don't want to live somewhere where it's under sea level.
I wouldn't want to either, man.
Like it just makes zero sense to me, especially next to the water.
You're like look at
let
your
me live
ceiling
next to.
You're like, well, my ceiling's about my ceiling's only about a foot above sea level right now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind, like if I ever did leave
a good photo.
Texas, it would be for South Louisiana, like fucking Pierre Par.
So this is from erosion?
That's post Hurricane Ike.
Oh. 5 days
with
later.
Some erosion.
Holy fuck,
yeah,
dude. So it just like wiped all that shit away.
Mm-hmm. All it did was just washed it away.
All that
it was just washed away.
Doesn't have deep roots. Like there's no trees. There's nothing massive there to hold that shit.
All sand.
It's all sand based. Yeah.
Yeah. So it just washes right away. Wow.
That's so and incredible. Then this was actually close to our beach house.
See, I just don't. Why would anybody build anything right there?
Yeah, do you want to live on that?
Is that San Luis Pass?
That Bolivar.
Okay, yeah.
Like it doesn't make sense to me. Why in this area specifically, especially that's prone to hurricanes, like all the time?
Yeah. So
why you build right here on the strand like that?
That's the reason why we bought a lake house and not a beach house.
So the bottom of both photos is the ocean side, and the top of the photos is the bay side.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I just, yeah.
No, you can pay me to live there.
I wouldn't, dude. I would never invest anything into that.
No, see, that's it every now and then, but
just let it be natural. Let it have vegetation, be natural. You can have a walking path through there or something. You'll live on it.
Well, we're gonna actually be. If I get this job and we move down there, I'm gonna go to an area that's on average 7 foot above sea level. Whereas New Orleans is about a foot below.
Yeah. I mean, that's better.
So like so Katrina, where I really want to build and buy land and stuff at after Katrina, which is hands down the worst hurricane that's ever hit New Orleans. In modern day, never flooded. So that's kind of where I want to be.
Didn't flood because it just got lucky that time, or didn't flood because it just
the area is the highest literally elevation you can get.
Okay.
And water is going to take the path of least resistance, and it's kind of like, okay, there's a little bit of an elevation in this area, but all the other ones are 4 foot less in elevation, so all that shit floods.
Yeah.
And I think it's like a 12 square mile area. But it's gonna be fucking expensive.
Yeah, I bet, because it's the stuff that isn't wiped off the face of the earth still. It's still surviving.
Well, there's a lot of...
Oh, no, never mind.
What's that?
There's a lot of just open land over there still because people are just holding on to it. But if you buy it for the right price, you're gonna be good. Because I want at least an acre. I want an acre of land so I don't have to hear my neighbor's shit.
That's true. I hear my neighbors, but mostly because it echoes. Everything echoes off the fucking water here, and it's loud. So if you yell the word fuck or you're talking loud, like you can literally hear it all the way down the street here where I'm at. It's because it bounces off of things, mostly the water, but and it's like a bluff hillside. I was gonna say before we wrap it up, we should wrap it up with some hilarious tweets from the White House.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know if you guys have seen these, but they're
the original shit we
fire,
were
bro. They're on fire. I love it. Such good content. And then the one, there's some congressman or somebody that's playing a fucking smoke alarm chirp in Congress while that representative like Crockett or something is speaking. It's the most like, dude, it's like borderline racist, bro. But it's fucking, it's so hilarious. Like the whole thing is hilarious.
Scroll down to the U.S. Army Pacific tweet that they retweeted. Right, White House posted. That one.
No force rifles are discipline, strength, and precision.
May the fourth be with you. Yeah, go down some more to a little bit. Like scroll. Yeah, bro.
There we go. The White House posted this.
That should be the fucking the painting that he has hanging in that White House, like his
Skep.
What
portrait?
How much do you want to bet on Facebook in the next week? This is going to be the official photo that is hung up in some unit somewhere.
Oh, bro, I would never take that bet because I believe it 100%, bro.
But it's funny. Read the caption though. It says, "Happy May the 4th to all, including the radical left lunatics." So hard to bring Sith Lords, murderers, drug lords, dangerous prisoners, and well-known MS-13 game members back into our galaxy. You're not the rebellion, you're the empire. What the fuck? This is better than Wendy's. This is better than Wendy's.
Scroll down some more because it just gets, it's fucking great, dude. I just don't understand, like, even the DOD rapid response, like, official. This is just today. This is just.
What was the one? Well, hold on. Scroll back up to the right there. What does it say about Yoda?
Oh, Darth Vader. It says, be on the lookout on public lands. Yoda never know. You'd never know what or who you might Jabba into.
Okay, that was definitely.
So yeah,
I was just wondering what it was saying about Yoda.
They're different government websites posting shit on Twitter, bro. It's so fucking funny. Look at Fixed It. Homeland Security.
Fixed it.
Did you see where Homeland Security legitimately fact checked and corrected Harry Sisson?
Right.
Yes.
Go back.
What?
That photo you're just on, bro.
Oh yeah, this one. Yes. Not a Maryland dad.
Oh my god, dude. Oh, it's so funny, man. It literally is hilarious. The stuff they post on this is just. I think there's a picture of Trump as the Pope. This one's great too. It's lo-fi music. Like that's lo-fi music with a animation of the president. It's 46 hours long, bro.
Jesus.
I would watch an adult cartoon.
Dude,
would you literally read all of that for 46 hours?
Of him signing president with lo-fi music. It's
there
so
it is.
Good. There it is. Yeah. Somebody,
with the sketch.
With the sketch. Some dumbass reporter asked him if he thought about becoming the Pope, and he's like, "Oh, I'd love to be the Pope." And then it just, like, it's totally a troll, right? And then it just blew up. Boom. oh, what? Trump
I'd be
is
the best Pope ever.
Yeah. So funny.
They were all wonderful popes, but
like
none of them.
That one.
Oh,
Four
God.
simple truths. It's like
Their marketing department. Oh my God.
Such great content coming off the White House X page, dude. It's so funny. It's so ridiculous. Oh man, it's making me cry. It's so funny.
Steely Vance.
Have you seen how that like China has been trolling JD Vance?
Yeah. What's funny? He's a Marine, so he doesn't give a shit. It's funny.
Yeah, no.
What is this?
That's off like the 100 men versus one gorilla.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
Oh man, some of the stuff, it's so fantastic, bro. It's so funny. Like,
I do want to find that.
Which one was it?
The smoke alarm one.
Oh,
I'm gonna shut this off
Jasmine
for a second.
Crockett, I think, is the person. Just type in
I
like
get you.
Jasmine Crockett, like smoke detector beep or something. It's hilarious because it's funny because we hear it in COD lobbies all the time, right?
Mm-hmm. I had to replace my battery today.
Yeah. In fact, I think I have a short that I made a long time, a Call of Duty short with it in there, and it says a chirp in every lobby, and that thing still gets like 50 to 100 views a month, dude. Just randomly, just randomly,
Just random.
Yeah, it's just been going up since I posted it. It had like probably 6K or 7K views, something like that, and it's up over 10,000 now. Just because of the shit, because of what it is.
My favorite thing though is like
Okay,
somebody pointed out, it's like she doesn't even realize it's happening. Like it's completely, she don't hear it.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Heard them say since we've been sitting here for I don't know how long.
Yes, I've been taking a tally.
Oh, okay. Can you show us? Can you tell us what the tally is?
More than 35 times, the Republican witnesses and Republican members of the committee have used the word if.
Thank you so much for that. Because honestly, if they would continue to say if or Hunter and we were playing a drinking game, I would be drunk by now. Because I promise you, they have not talked about the subject of this, which would be the president.
There's no way that's real, dude. It's gotta be pipe candy.
No, it's under investigation. Somebody was doing this.
Prepared.
The fuck out of here, bro. Okay,
what's great though is like she didn't even skip a beat. She didn't like because anybody else would be like, who is doing that? And like she didn't even skip a beat. She just keeps on going like she doesn't even notice it.
There's no way that's real, bro. That somebody did that because that's so childish. It's fucking hilarious, but it's so childish, dude.
It's hilarious.
Like,
yeah,
wow.
It's funny, but on the other hand, it's like, come on, you're fucking leading our country. Come on.
It's pretty
Yeah,
good.
it's like playing a cricket, you know, when you're in like a meeting or something, and like somebody's got a cricket sound that plays every once in a while. That shit's funny as fuck too. Or like a little beep tone. Like, did you hear that? I'm like, no. Everybody's in on it. You know?
There was
I'm gonna
one
send
where
y'all
he would
this one.
pretend he
I'm
was
not gonna
sleeping.
show it online.
What'd you say, Rebel?
There was one where the somebody was talking and he would like in the mic he was like pretending he's sleeping.
Like, dude. What are we sending? We're not watching.
I sent it on Twitter.
Is it not safe for a stream or what?
Not safe for stream.
Oh, one of those.
I just rumbled across it. It's the words on it that are the issue.
Oh, Yeah, some people post some extra stuff,
but
you know.
but it's quite funny.
Yeah, they're dude. I'm just some of the content that's going out from these people. I'm like, who's running the social media accounts? It's got to be some like college age kid that is just witty as fuck. You know what I mean? That's doing.
I guarantee you, the White House hired the fucking media director from Wendy's.
Do you think it's Big Balls that's doing it? What's
Guaranteed.
Big Balls. Oh.
Yeah, the Wendy's is it. I love just scrolling through Wendy's Twitter.
Wendy's is great.
It's the funniest shit ever.
There's some really good ones out there, just so funny, you know. I'm like, dude, and this it's been going off, and it's just comedy, you know. Regardless of what, like I would still be laughing at it if it was the same kind of stuff coming from a different, you know, political point of view. If it's funny, it's funny.
Yeah.
If it's funny,
I'll laugh at anything.
funny.
If it's funny, yeah.
Yeah. Nah, I think it's great. Anyway.
All ready to wrap?
Yeah, let's wrap this stuff up. Shall we?
Oh, God. This was funny, too.
All right. I don't know where Rebel went, but anyway. Y'all have a good night. We'll see you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, you. Bye. Mean it.